The Infected. Y'all better quit fucking around with The Infected. A couple days ago, Thursday specifically, I saw 28 Years Later. Now, I'm a big fan of this franchise. I've seen 28 Days Later. I've seen 28 Weeks Later. And now, I've seen 28 Years Later. I'm going to keep it very simple and spoiler free, of course, because I know y'all want to see it for yourself and make your own opinion. So, here's how I feel about it. Overall, the movie is decent. So I'm going to say, here's the premise. There's a young boy and his father. The father is Aaron Taylor Johnson. You know our boy, Young Craven, also known as Kick-Ass. That's my boy for real. But he is a father to a child that's obviously not like his blood or nothing. You'll see it in the beginning, but they're father and son nonetheless. But it's like a rite of passage time for the child. He's gonna go to the mainland. So let me back up. They live on like a remote island, and the only way you can get from the island to the mainland, where all the zombie or infected shit is happening, is by crossing this like bridge of sorts, and it's like protected by this high low tide system where they can't control it, but because it's over water, the tide comes in, covers up the bridge at a certain point, so where nobody can get through. So basically, the only thing they got to do on the island is protect that bridge. So they got all their defenses up, aimed at that bridge, just in case anything makes its way there. But so rite of passage, the young boy is gonna go onto the mainland to, get his first kills. He's 12 years old. This usually happens when they're 14. They did throw that in there. So this is like, a first for the whole community. Now, this is 28 years later, y'all. So they really heened in on like the zombie apocalypse has been going on for 28 years. So, people have adapted. The zombies themselves or infected have adapted as well. So they're more like the infected. They're more primal. Like if you remember the first movies, they're not like humans who just turn into zombies and shit like that. They now wear no clothes. They move with like a system. They got alphas, like people, like leaders and shit. They're having babies. Like the zombies getting pregnant, bro. Like this shit is crazy. Like I said, I don't want to spoil it, so I'm just, I'm throwing a little stuff in there just so you can set the premise for this thing. But I don't want to give shit away. But basically, young boy goes off rite of passage with his father. They're trying to do some shit. Of course, shit doesn't go as planned. That's part one of the movie. After that shit happens, some bullshit happens, and then the movie turns into a whole nother movie with brand new stars, basically, and a whole different well, a similar focus, but with different characters. So this premise from the beginning basically becomes the premise of the second half of the movies, kinda, but with the focus being on different characters. I don't know how much money they gave my boy Aaron, but goddamn, he barely in the fucking movie in my opinion. So y'all just you'll see. But either way, then the movie becomes like the pacing of the movie is just off. That's the one thing that's really like fuck. It's just like, what are we doing here, y'all? So like after a while, you feel like, good God, what's going on? Then it gets all emotional and sad. Now, granted, all of this is done by some good actors who were putting on a good performance. I ain't gonna lie to you. Even the little boy, I've seen him before. I can't think of where I've seen him from or his name, but the other main character, he's acting his ass off too. So like I fuck with the acting of it. I fuck with the world building of it. Now this movie was shot with iPhones, and you could tell, especially in the beginning. Like I feel like it was edited by a child in the beginning, but nonetheless, it was shot with iPhones. So that's like a cool thing. Keeps the budget down. Makes this a unique experience. With that being said, it does still have that same look and feel of the first 28 Days Later. And, that may be good to some, may be bad to others, because we're in 2025. 28 Days Later came out in I want to say the 2000s. I don't know, but it definitely came out a while ago. So it's like they haven't kept up with the time, and they're doing the same type of animation when they unalive zombies. They doing, you'll see. It's just, the beginning is going to let you know, like, okay, I don't know what's going on. Then they got some, old monologue or some shit that they throw in there. There's, some medieval speech or something. Like, if you've seen the trailer, it's like that shit from the trailer when the speech is in the background. Except this one is just thrown in there randomly throughout the beginning of the film. Like, it's almost counterproductive because it's like, what? It throws you off. It's like, what? It has nothing to do with what's going on in the film. It's just like, oh yeah, we got some footage, y'all. Let's put that shit in there and see how they feel about it. But yeah, so that's the most I could tell you without really going into details and spoiling some parts. But I will say overall, I would give this movie a 7 out of 10. It is a part one of like 2 or maybe possibly 3 more movies. I mean, well, part 1 of 1 more movie, or it could be 2 more movies, making it 3 total from 28 years later. So they're trying to do, like, I don't know, I guess revive a franchise or start a new one. Who fucking knows, bro? But nonetheless, 7 out of 10. Somewhat recommend. You don't need to see it in theaters, but I mean, it is beautiful. At times they have shots that are just absolutely gorgeous, dog. And it's just like, wow. With an iPhone. But you know, hey, we on iPhone right now, so shout out to iPhone. Steve, we fuck with you, Mr. Jobs. But yeah, 7 out of 10, somewhat recommend. Listen to me, don't listen to me. I get it, because at the end of the day, what the fuck do I know? I don't have kids. Toodaloo.